Hey lads, this is day 137 of my series to get to 2100 on chess.com. We're only 55 points away and we're going to jump into a game now. I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm hoping that I can get an easy win today. A 2074 from Serbia. And we're playing d4. Now, they do say if you can just not blunder, then you can win a game. So I'm hoping to simply not blunder today. I didn't want to play e4 here and go into a French. That's not my style. Not a big fan of that. And here I can go for the move g4. g4, g5 is very interesting. A lot of the time people go bishop d6 and you still just push. Here, this pawn is a hook. Maybe we can push this at some later point. Obviously not now because he just takes and I don't think I like that. But we will put the knight on f3. And is he going to pin? He's not going to pin. We capture here. And here is interesting. But let's develop the bishop first. Maybe the bishop deserved to be on g2. I don't know, but okay. And I think we can play e4. If e4, if he takes, we take. He takes, we take. He takes, we take. Something. He doesn't really want to castle this way, does he? Because this hook. So wait. E4, d takes e. Knight takes e. Knight takes e. Bishop takes. If he castles there, he could castle. I think we immediately go for this. Yeah. Maybe it's better if I can get my bishop. I'm sorry, not my bishop, my queen off the back rank here. And here, does he have this? Take, 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 take. I think I'm fine playing queen d2. Okay, we're going queen d2. And if he wants to castle here, we will push, I believe. Okay. I'm going here. He's still in the middle. We need to open stuff up. I think I'm playing this well. My queen's also holding f2, which is something I needed to be careful of when I pushed. Now, if he pushes himself, like if he comes here, we just jump back. Yeah. I thought his b5 move was interesting, coming here, because he's already starting his pawn storm against my king, which makes a lot of sense, but I don't think he wanted to continue it. I think he probably should have. Okay, so now we have two attackers on this pawn. And he's got three defenders. Interesting. He's got two defenders. Here is fine. Everything's still held. Although this knight is now pinned. And we have to go here because we got to open him up. Take. Take, take. This is defended, this is defended. And maybe we have h7. If he takes here, I don't have to immediately recapture. Check. If he moves over, he's kind of protected. If we just take here, putting a different piece in danger, he could take with check. Then I get a queen. He goes here. I get a queen here. He goes here. I think capturing here is really good, lads. If I just capture back here, then take, take, and he pushes, and I'm not liking it. I'm going to go for this. Or do we go rook g1? Pinning the pawn. Rook g1 is also very interesting, but then I guess he pulls back. Yeah, we have to take here, I think. This is very interesting. So he did just capture, and now I can go here. He pulls back. Don't want to do that. I think now we capture and we have an open file. Yeah. I think he's in a bit of trouble. Look how open his king is. So he's trying to run. What about this move? If he pushes, yeah, nothing. So check here. Queen here. Right here, here, take. I'm hitting here. No. I know my position's good. Let's just go with the most simple. Rook check. We also have this. And if he comes here, because his pawn is pinned, we also can just push now, but he could push. What about check here, here? No. Push the pawn. He takes, knight takes with check. Yeah, push the pawn looks really good, but then he just pushes. Okay, so I don't think anything on this square is working. Check here. He has to go to this square to protect from this fork. And then I don't think I have a good check. So let's go here. I really want this bishop to be active, but hasn't happened yet. Okay, and now we go here. If he takes, we take. He takes. Check here. He has to go back or here. And here wins the queen. So here, if he takes with pawn, yeah, I think we go here. A5 is huge, I think. And if he pushes here, yeah, we just go here. He has to protect his queen. If he goes here, we go here. And back, and we take. He takes, queens come off. Not amazing. So what if he goes here? And then the knight comes in. Rook takes check here. Wasn't expecting that. So we can just check here. Can we not? He just took this knight. We just check here. He thought I was going to take here and his knight. So I think we just go here. Because this rook's pinned. Yeah. This was a mistake. I wasn't calculating that at all. And that's checkmate, lads. Let's go. We just beat a 2074. Yes. Oh, I'm happy about that. That felt good. So lads, I did play with an 85.7, my opponent with a 63.8. I'm honestly pretty happy with how I played this game, but I wanted to analyze a few things in this more specifically, and I've just spent a bit of time looking through the game, and I found some moments that you're probably all curious about. So let's go through those specifically real quick. The first moment was when we played the bishop out here. And I know the top move is e4, but this results in a French defense. And I just don't like playing against the French. So I said that in the game. And here we played the move knight f3. Now, knight f3 is slightly inaccurate because queen f3 is way more powerful and the queen is looking at f7 here. Now, I'll just show you a continuation. Maybe they go bishop b4 and they always like to pin this knight to the king. And if I had just left my queen on d1 and my knight on f3, I wouldn't be able to play knight e2. And you always want to meet bishop b4 with knight e2. So I think I need to get out of the habit of playing an early knight f3. Here, knight bd7 is the top move, long castle, b5, and here the idea with my queen on this file is h4, and I'm just going to go h5. Now I think here probably if they're going to play b5 here, they're probably going to put their bishop on this diagonal, and here we just strike with g5, and this is just a really fun attack. This guy's having to move. My bishop's going to get out of the way. The queen's going to come in. Things are looking pretty good. If they do want to swap off pieces here, I'm attacking the knight and the rooks are seeing each other. So they're probably going to take, but the queen is on f3. So the queen can actually recapture and we have an open h file. I think this is what you always want in a Jobava. So I played knight f3. They went c5. And here I took on c5, which is not correct. The best move here would have been bishop g2. And it's kind of hard for me to be okay with this because every time I see c5, I know that c4 is going to come. You know, a lot of times people don't take the pawn. If they take the pawn, I'm more than happy just recapturing. I always want d3 available for my bishop because this diagonal is so beautiful. However, here, bishop g2 just makes a lot more sense. Let's say they did push c4 here. Then I go knight d2. And I just have these two knights and they're controlling everything fine. Probably queen b6 targeting this, rook b1, knight c6, they're going to develop. And here we go, h4, preparing g5. And I don't have a knight on f3 blocking the defense of this pawn, which is another thing I always mess up with. Let's say bishop b4, just trying to get activity, trying to open up here. We could honestly short castle, or we could play g5. Knight d7 is probably one of the more logical moves. Pawn pawn takes, g takes h6, and here we have the beautiful move. I'm just going to show you guys this. Bishop takes d5, and they capture. We tempo the queen, and we're looking at c7. So whatever happens here, you just got a beautiful attack. So having that bishop on g2 is often very good in the Jobava system. Okay, back here, we did take the pawn. Bishop took. We moved out and a whole bunch of stuff here. I just wanted to get to this moment where I played e4. And you're probably all wondering, why was e4 a blunder? Well, simply the pawn is not defended by anything other than these two pieces. And these two pieces can both be removed. So that's what he did. He pushed the pawn, removing this one. So I had to jump away. And now there's only a bishop defending this pawn. He pushed his bishop to b4, which was wrong. He needs to get rid of my bishop. And so playing the knight to b4 would have got rid of my bishop. And here, my best move is to capture here. And then he captures and he's got rid of my defender. I capture. And here he's got bishop captures, hitting my queen, hitting my rook. So I just have to be careful about pushing a pawn and not having it sufficiently defended. It looked like it was defended with my two pieces, but it ultimately wasn't. So that was just giving up a pawn. Although my opponent didn't spot all that, they went bishop b4, and I was still able to hold this pawn with my bishop. And here I went c3, they took, I took, and here I'm not losing to, you know, bishop forks. Anyway, the rest of this game went on. We opened up his king, and I wanted to get to this moment here where I played e5 and they took here. We did have a forced mate in 4, which was capture. King recaptures, bishop check. If the king goes here, this is a simple checkmate in 2. And if the king goes here, this is a checkmate in 1. So lads, I hope you enjoyed that quick analysis of the game. Thanks so much for watching. I thought that game was really fun, and I do mean to improve at my Jobava London, and hopefully you guys are improving with it too. Hopefully you enjoy this sort of more thoughtful analysis than my just sort of overviewing of what happened. See you lads tomorrow.